Hi, I'm Mandy Morris. I'm a licensed professional counselor and EMDR clinician. And one of my favorite things to do with my clients is also incorporate a lot of expressive and art therapies. One of my favorite ones to do is working with clients and using mandalas. Mandalas are just a circular shape that represent yourself, represent the universe as a whole, and it's really a reflective way of processing what's going on inwards. Art can help us express and bring out what we are, and it's very healing, calming, and therapeutic in nature. For this video, I'm going to give you a prompt of art directive to do. Then I want you to just pause the video where it's at, and then I'm going to walk you through how to process it. What you'll need is a piece of paper, your art book, scrapbook, whatever you want to use to do this art activity on. To start off, I just want you to grab a pencil, and I want you to take your blank piece of paper, whatever you're using, and I just want you to draw a circle that fills most of the page, maybe something like this. Once you have that done, get in a comfortable spot, and I just want you to think about this circle as a representation of yourself. That everything that's filled inside of you, you're going to put in some creative way into the inside of the circle. I just want you to think about all the different parts that you have, all the different emotions you have. If people could look inside and actually see and finally understand what you would want to show them. Feel free to use, just regular drawing materials. Feel free to use magazines. Sometimes it's helpful to go through magazines and find different words or images that kind of represent what's going on. And if you start to feel stuck, just start drawing. Doesn't matter if you don't know why you're putting it down. If it feels like you want to put it down, put it down. So there's no right or wrong way to do this. Go ahead and pause the video. Take as much time as you need. And when you feel like it's complete, come back so I can tell you how we're going to process it. Okay, so now that your image is done, you never judge your art. You always want to show compassion and honoring whatever is there. If you begin to be judgmental about how it looks or what you did or anything like that, I want you to imagine that you're just pushing those thoughts away. Negative thoughts have no value. I want you to have something else to write with. Processing question number 1 is, I just want you to observe things on your mandala and write down those observations. So they're not interpretations, they're observations. You notice the colors, maybe you notice that something looks like something, and just jot down any observations that you have, whatever it may be. Second processing question, whatever those observations were, I want you to write down any feelings that you have that are connected with those observations and connected with the artwork. When you go to maybe an art museum or something, there could be an image of an art that when I look at it, it brings a sense of calming or peaceful feelings or happy feelings. If someone else looks at them, it might maybe feel kind of dark or gloomy. It really is just all about, when you look at it, what are the feelings that come up and the feelings that come up around the observations. And I just want you to jot those feelings down. And feelings aren't thoughts. Feelings are happy, angry, sad, depressed, hopeful, loving. And now what I want you to do with those feelings and those observations that you have made is, I want you to think about if there's anything going on in your life right now that are connected to those feelings that you've identified. Now you may want to pause the video again in just a second. I just want you to take time to journal about those feelings. Just want you to get them out. I don't want you to judge them or be worried about them. This isn't a safe place. Just allow yourself to process anything you feel like is connected to your feelings in your own life. So go ahead and pause the video and take a few minutes and do that. And now what I would like for you to do is the last part of this, whether there's been lots of positive things that have come up, or maybe there's just some really hard things going on in your life that have come up from this, it is all a part of honoring who you are and honoring your story. In your journaling exercise that you've done, I want you to underline key words. And with those words that you've identified, I want you to create some sort of affirmation back to yourself. You don't have to use all the words. Maybe you look at the words and you're thinking, what's something I need to hear or remind myself because these important words have come up in my life. Maybe the words already create an affirmation and you can create a new sentence that's just for you. So I want you to write that down on your piece of paper. You can do that on a separate piece of paper. You can do that above your mandala. I usually encourage people to do that above their mandala so that you can have that to go with it. And now that you have that there, just want you to notice how it feels to get it out, to see the work that you've done, the very intentional work you've done, and notice if you feel a little lighter, freer, or clearer. I want you to use that affirmation or that sentence or that reminder that you put at the top to carry with you throughout the rest of the day or the rest of the week, or maybe even the rest of the month. This is a great activity to do when you just need to process through things and actually take some dedicated time to deal with what's going on inside. So I hope this exercise has been helpful for you. Don't forget to use your affirmations.